All right. Shalom, shalom. I'd like to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kohaloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Ruchakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect and scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the blessings edifying. So, Brother Shawab, I'm back at you with another lesson. I'm going to go into this quick lesson. Uh, and Amalekite Sh-Edomite, right, blames uh, killing both of her children over religious purposes, which this actually happened in my town, right? And my town is filled with Amalekites. This is why when I teach, they always call the police on me. They're always trying to, get me out of the corners because we're constantly preaching the destruction of Esau, Edom there, right? And it's no coincidence that the Lord got me dead ass in the middle of my town after all these Israelites, these different tribes, because my town was filled with like literally all 12 tribes at one point. But these Amalekites basically came to Lakewood and they destroyed that whole entire town and turned it into a city for themselves, to the point where it's even popular, and all the way in Israel. They always have signs telling people from out there to come to America because this is the promised land. The reason they come down here a lot is because this is the biggest place in any state in America where they have the most synagogues out here, and they pretty much, you can't become a rabbi until you basically come all the way down to Lakewood, and you get touched by your by your rabbi convict, dead ass, and then that's when you become a rabbi. Right, so they have a lot of crazy events that happen out here when these rabbis come from Israel and all that. They literally have like sharpshooters all over the buildings and all that. Right. Another thing about these Amalekites where I'm from, I know from being around them, working around them. I know from stories I've heard from nurses that I've known that dealt with these devils. These devils are just filthy, straight murderers. They will kill their own children. Shalom, brother Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Shalom, sister Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Barakatah. And they will literally kill their own children. If they have a child that's born with a disability, they're gonna sacrifice them because they think it's wicked for them to have that in their families. Basically, they have to have everything perfect in their family. You know what I'm saying? That's how bugged out they are. They do rituals in their own houses. These devils be building big ass houses, and I've built big ass kitchens for them with big ass tables. I mean, like tables that are like 14 feet long by like 8 feet wide. You know what I'm saying? And these devils, I've heard that they do rituals with children on there. They'll slice a little child up right in their own damn right in their kitchen, and I could care less who listening. I don't care if Esau listening or we can't talk about none of the. We're exposing you devils, okay? And it's always going to come out to the light of what you devils really do. You know what I'm saying? So they got a lot of crazy things that they do they do out here. All right. So this story. All right, I'm gonna read it real quick. It says Lakewood, New Jersey, and you guys can look this up for yourself. Just put in mother of two kills her children in Lakewood, New Jersey, and then it'll pop up. Okay, I'm not gonna bring it out or show any of it because these devils already gave me a strike, so anything's possible to get another strike. Right, so it says Lakewood, New Jersey mother says she killed her children for religious purposes. Court documents say Lakewood, New Jersey, a woman from Lakewood, New Jersey, accused of drowning her two young daughters in a bathtub, did so for religious purposes. Okay, let me see if I can grab a little. They have it on CBS. Let me see if they have a little thing I can play and y'all can hear it out. I'll keep reading a little bit of it. It says Naomi Elkins was living in a basement apartment in a two-family home with her children, 1 and 3, and her husband, who was out of town when the tragedy occurred Tuesday. According to the newly released court records, Elkins caused Hatzalah Medical Service and told them she hurt her kids. When medics arrived, they unsuccessfully tried CPR to resuscitate the girls. One of the girls had a stab wound. And that's all they have.
Her own children.
The 27-year-old was in court today. CBS 2's Christine Sloan reports from Lakewood.
27-year-old Naomi Elkins appearing in court virtually, saying few words as her attorney listened on.
Ms. Elkins, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah. Elkins has been charged with 2 counts of murder in connection with the deaths of her 2 toddlers. Law enforcement sources say she drowned the children, ages 1 and 3, in the bathtub of her home on Shenandoah Drive in Lakewood, New Jersey. The Ocean County prosecutor says the younger child was also stabbed. Authorities say
I didn't even know that.
Members of Hatzalah Medical Services were performing CPR on the children, but the toddlers were pronounced dead at the scene. Everybody's physically shaken. This woman speaking to us didn't want her face shown on camera.
Just don't understand how somebody can do this to a 1 and a 3-year-old.
Most residents in this tight-knit community choosing not to speak about the unimaginable accusations. A few people tell us off camera Elkins' husband was out of state when the tragedy occurred.
This is a very united community, and, you know, I can't imagine how the neighbors are feeling and how other people are feeling.
We reached out to Elkins' privately hired attorney. He has not gotten back to us. Elkins is scheduled to be back in court on July 1st for a detention hearing. She also faces weapons charges. In Lakewood, New Jersey, Christine Sloan, CBS 2 News.
So you heard it. All right. Yeah, I didn't even know one of the girls had a stab wound in her stomach. That's crazy. All right, so she pretty much going. Hold on.
Back out here at Rockaway Beach. Another thing these leaders are asking for is actually more access to pools. So this is not.
Hold on, it was stuck on there. So let me grab this. Let me grab this real quick. Because they said they arrested her and all that, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, they're gonna let her go. The simple fact that these Amalekites own Lakewood right now, they have the power to do anything in their favor. Okay, this is Psalms. Psalms 73 and I'll take it from the top. This is Psalm 73 and 1, a psalm of Asaph. Truly, Yahawah is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. All right, clean and contrite spirit, humble spirit, right? But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. Yeah, because Asaph is basically going into how he looked upon these heathens. Every time he looked at them, it drove him crazy because he seen that these heathens will get away with everything, the things that they were doing to our people, you know. Let me grab this real quick what the brother got. This is Ecclesiasticus 39 and 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance. Exactly. That was the whole spirit of the Lord that was created for vengeance. All right. The Lord wanted this lady done for and wanted her children done for. You see, it says, which in their fury lay on sore strokes, and the time of destruction they pour out their force. Yeah, see, to pour out your force, to pour force out upon somebody, that means it's hard to get it off of you, man. So when that force of the Lord comes, when that demon jumps on you, there's no turning back. You're going to do whatever that demon gets in your head and has you doing, basically. You see, it's not the demon itself that's doing it. It's the thoughts that are crossing their mind. They get plagued in the mind and then they get bugged out. And then they'll tell you, oh, I heard voices and all that. And they might have heard voices, but it ain't nothing but demons messing with you, man. You see? And because they're already demons, all right, they're not used to when demons come and attack them. Okay? Because of the demonic shit that they do all the time. And they think that they can't be touched. Okay? So in the time of their destruction, they pour out their force. and appease the wrath, to pour out the forces that there's no stopping it, and they appease it. They love it. They can't wait to be that death angel, okay, and make you do something crazy. You see? And it says, and appease the wrath of him that made them, all right, which they appease the wrath of YAHAWAH'S, man, because YAHAWAH'S created them. YAHAWAH'S is the one that's given the command to go out there and deal with somebody and mess with them on that level, you know, to get in their head and make them go off. Okay, this is why us as Israelites, we have to stay prayed up so we don't fall into those type of temptations. We don't fall into those thoughts, right? It says, but as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. Okay, matter of fact, let me grab it real quick from the blue letter. All right, it says, for I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Yeah, because why? Because they rule this place, man. Their strength is firm. They have this whole system, this whole beast system, all right, backing them up. Look what they're doing to it. Look what they're saying now. You can't talk about Israel. You can't talk about these Amalekites, or you get prison time, or you're demonized as a domestic terrorist. All this extra shit, all right, all because you're exposing this devil. This devil doesn't want to be exposed, man. So he gonna do everything in his favor to basically try to shut that from you exposing them down. You see, this is why they have the Anti-Defamation League. You see, and they bring all these stupid ass laws, or you can't speak about them. All right, why? Because they don't want to be exposed. Okay, but at the end of the day, what's in the darkness is always going to come to the light, as the scripture said. There's nothing hid that's not going to be made manifest and be brought to the light. Okay, it says, for there are no bands in their death, for their strength is firm. Yeah, you see these devils, they don't die horrible deaths like us. They don't go to rot in jail and prison time. I remember about 3 years ago, you had these damn Amalekites around my town. They were doing some fraudulent shit. They were literally stealing millions of dollars from their community. They got ran down on. You had the FBI, DEA coming all up in there, took them away, and these niggas went free. They came up with a whole bunch of excuses of why they did it. All right, and they helped them out at the end of the day, and they let them go. And if y'all think that they're locked up, that's bugged. I know they're not locked up. They're free away. They probably sent them back to Israel. You see, what do our people do when they commit crimes? They get deported. They'll try to find a way to get deported so they don't have to face the crime over here. These devils don't be having. They're not citizens in here at all. They're always trying to find a way to beat the system. They have all these loopholes that they use, and if we even try to use them, you're going to jail for it. So it says there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Okay, yeah, they don't die crazy lives, man. It says they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So you think that this devil's gonna get prison time? No, she's going to claim insanity. All right, she's gonna get off. She'll come off in a mental home, and then they'll let her ass from the mental home. They'll let her back into the streets. Simple math. Okay, and the reason I bring that is because she's not gonna pay for the crime. Okay, the fact that she's even saying it was for religious purposes, see, that's a setup for us. Because what religious purpose was it that you killed them for? You see? We're in a time where they're demonizing us and they're giving the great persecution upon us. So all they got to say is, well, I seen the Hebrew Israelites and they were saying that my children are going to become slaves and I don't want them to do that. And here it goes. They'll use something like that. Okay. And they'll throw it upon Hebrew Israelites, black Hebrew Israelites at that. They did that shit to last year, was about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. I was teaching on the streets, on the highways and hedges as always. And I had to actually move from my spot because the Lord put the spirit on me to do that. And I started teaching it out of town, not even coming to my town, because there was a whole guy that robbed. He stabbed the Amalekite. Then he robbed another Amalekite's car. ran another Amalekite over with that car. And I remember when I seen this, I was like, oh shit. And it was at the time when brothers was talking about the persecution. They're going to start setting us up and all that. And I felt it in my spirit. I was like, they're going to grab that and they're going to make them, they're going to turn that shit around and make the guy that robbed them, stabbed them, all that, they're going to make him look like he was a Hebrew Israelite. And that's exactly what they did. They grabbed them and they put black Hebrew Israelite into it. And they tried to tie it up with the incident that happened out there in Jersey City, New Jersey, where they had shot up a bodega. You see? And that's what these devils will do. When things happen in their community, they'll try to find a way to blame it on us. So they're going to grab that whole saying right there. This girl, she going to go and tell them whatever it was that religious purposes was, is going to be turned back to Hebrew Israelites. That's straight facts. And that's probably why she killed her child in the first place. Because that great fear is coming upon these people, man. All right, let's grab that. This is Revelations 11 and where is it at? 11 and 11. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them. Yeah, after 3 days and a half, 350 years, right? After those 350 years, the Lord was going to wake us up, man. He was going to put the spirit of life back into us. Okay? It says, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. These devils see us every day out there preaching the word, man. They see me and the brother all the time out there in different locations. The great fear is there. I see it every day when they call police and we're not even doing nothing. We're not even conversating with these people. You know what I'm saying? They just hear us bringing out the word and they'll call the police. That shows you that great fear is falling upon our people. You know, the persecution, that shows you that that great fear has fell upon all these people because they're being exposed. Right? So it says, after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascend up to the head, and they ascended up to the heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. Yeah, they're gonna have that. They're gonna be amazed by the strangeness of our salvation. Okay, and that voice is going to be Yahawashi, man. Yahawashi literally going to give you that voice in Hebrew. You know, we're going to hear that in Hebrew. And what it's really telling you is telling you to come up out of the ways of Babylon the Great. Because if you stay here, you're going to be consumed with this place, man. All right. So let me grab this other one. This other precept. What was it? Deuteronomy 30:7. And this is mainly the point that I want. All right. This is Deuteronomy 7, and I'll grab it from, 37:6. 30:6 and 7. It says, and the Lord Yahweh, thy power will circumcise thine heart. Okay. Meaning he gonna break up that fallow ground that you once had. Okay. You can't circumcise literally your heart. All right, that's just an organ that pumps blood. All right, but he's gonna what? He's gonna circumcise our hearts, man, renew our minds, and in the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord Yahweh, thy power with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. You see, and this is why the Lord has woken us up, because he's given us a chance to live, man. He's given us a chance to turn back to him. That's why if you're called, which many are called, but few are chosen, when you're called, you're supposed to stick to it, man. You're never supposed to look back. You can't be like Lot's wife and look back at the world, man. The Lord gave you the greatest thing on this earth, man. That's this knowledge of how everything operates in the whole world. Okay? It says, and the Lord Yahweh, thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee, and thou shalt return and obey the voice of the Lord Yahweh and do all his commandments which I command thee this day. And this is why, as we get more, as the elect is being sealed, these curses are coming up off coming up off of us and they're going on to these heathens. You see, this is things that happen in our community. Okay. 37 and 12 in Psalms. The wicked plotteth against the just and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. Okay. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. Yeah, the Lord gonna laugh at you, man. Because the Lord's got you in the trick bag, thinking that you gonna take over the world, man. Thinking that your houses are gonna continue on forever. Okay. So these curses that were once upon us, this is the things that happen in our households, man. We're always killing our own children, our own kids, all right, our own people. And now those curses that were once upon us, they're slowly drifting onto these heathens, man. And you see more and more incidents like this happening. Okay. Why? Because the Lord is not playing with these devils no more. Your time is up. Like the brother God, the Lord shall laugh at him, and for he seeth his day is coming. So now little by little, he's going to start taking away all these heathens. He's going to start taking away their children. He's going to start taking away their wives. He's going to leave the men because they're going to go straight to slavery. They're going to be first fruits of slavery, man. But eventually he's going to take them all out of the way. Okay. And they're going to be literally, they're going to go what? Into straight captivity. See, they hear these things, and this is why they had that great fear is falling upon them. They probably did hear for one of us out there preaching the word, me and the brother, that their kids is going to go into slavery, that they're going to have to serve, okay, YAHAWAH'S. And they have what? A perpetual hatred. So to have a perpetual hatred, that shit's always going to be there. It ain't never going to go away. It ain't going to be all of a sudden that these Edomites are agreeing with the Lord and they're treating our people better. No, man, the Lord made them like that, man. A vessel of dishonor. Okay, so the Lord is going to use them as that vessel of dishonor. Okay. Shalom, brother. Stop. This is Jeremiah 32 and 37. Behold, I will gather them out of all countries, whether I have driven them in mine anger and in my fury and in great wrath, and I will bring them again onto this place, and I will cause them to dwell safely. Yeah, our people are going to dwell safely, man. Those curses are going to come up off of us, and if the curses are coming up off of us, that means that we're no longer worthy of death, because the curses is on us for what reason? For not following the law, statutes, and commandments. But the Lord said that we're going to turn back to him. You know, the Lord is literally forcing the elect to turn back, because the elect didn't know that we're the elect, or we don't know. You know, we're in hopes, but we didn't know that we were going to be called into this truth. You know, but the Lord, what? He put it in our minds and forced us to fear the Lord. All right. And that's why we turn back. And the ones that don't turn back is because the Lord ain't forcing you. He don't want you. You know, he's not dealing with you. The Lord only has care for his elect. Okay. That's who he has respect for. All right. And to show you that he didn't even respect the persons, he took his elect, okay, from the beginning and put them in what? To everlasting chains of darkness, showing you that even his own people he'll do dirty. So how much more these heathens, man, when the time comes? The time of you ruling and having all this power is done for, man. There's no more power in Esau. That's why Esau is going crazy, because there is no more power for him. That's why their children going crazy. That's why their wives are going crazy. They're trying to hold on to their kids as tight as they can right now. And some of them can't bear what's about to happen, so they'll do things like that. The Lord will look. The Lord is putting a certain curse upon her. One of the curses in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter is what? That the Lord shall smite you with blindness, with madness, astonishment of the heart. That's to be crazy. That's what that lady just went through. Craziness. Bugged out. The Lord must have put a certain spirit on her to see something. She might have had a vision, might have had a dream. and she got bugged down. She said, oh, hell no. I'm not letting my kids do that. Going through that. I'm going to take them out of the way now. You see? This is Jeremiah 32 and 38. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God. Yeah, in the same land that the Lord said, you are not my people, is the same land that the Lord was going to say, you are my people. He was going to turn us back. It says, and I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever. Woo! See, that the Lord putting that force on you. You see? The Lord found a way to make you fear. Each and one of us that came into this truth, we feared the moment we seen certain things happen. You know, that fear gave us that cry of conviction. And then once that cry of conviction comes out, man, that's almost when you're pretty much sealed. The Lord is going to seal you with his word if you're meant to have it. And then from there on, you're going to see things differently, man. It says, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them, that I will not turn away from them and to do them good, but I will put my fear in their hearts, that they shall not depart from me. Okay. And that's right. And the Lord, you know, and that's how you know that we're not in no second covenant, because you got bug outs talking about we're in the second covenant. If we're in the second covenant, where's the kingdom? Where's all these curses off of me? Where is me judging angels, man? You know, where is it that Yahawashi has these devils in slavery? We cannot be in that second covenant, man. We are coming into that second covenant. That second covenant is going to be in the kingdom when the Lord put the law, statutes, and commandments in our inward parts. Okay, and we won't even be able to think folly if we wanted to. So for anyone that's saying that we're in the new covenant, you bugged out, man. And you're against Yahawashi because you don't believe the word that the Lord has spoken unto you. You see? Beautiful. I had that in mind. Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. Yeah, this is your place, man. Live it up. Rejoice and be glad in this place, because when you come to the kingdom, it's not going to be rejoicing and gladness. It's going to be straight bitterness. The same way we live in America, which represents bitterness, that's what you're going to live in, bitterness. And your own bitterness at that. Your own pride is going to be what? Your own destruction. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee, right? And as a matter of fact, the brother, right, before that, it goes into how Israel is telling Israel to turn back to the Lord because everything has been accomplished. The Lord is basically telling you, come away from these curses that were once on you and turn back to me. You faced your judgment that you needed to face. We've been going through captivity for 7 different captivities already, man. 7 different occasions we've gotten our ass whooped for the things that we did wrong. At one point, the Lord was going to have to bring us what? Good tidings. And this is why we're here now, to give you that last and final warning. We were being warned captivity after captivity, and we always fell back into the same ways. This is the last captivity, and this is the last warning for you to turn back to the Lord to get that first round draft pick into the kingdom. You don't want to be in the second death. The scriptures say there is no power in the second death. You know, so you're going to miss everything in this. If you come after the 1,000 years, man, you done miss Yahawashi take over everything. You done miss our brothers put a foot in Esau's ass. You done seen our women you're going to miss our women putting, these Sh-Edomites putting their foot in their asses. Man, I can't wait to see that. You see? So that we're basically calling you to tell you, hey, man, our slavery's done, man. Turn back to the Lord. Our curses are done. You can get them lifted up off of you now, or you can wake up in the kingdom thinking about them, thinking about what you should have did with your head down, man. I'm good. I'll take it now. I'll take heed now. Right? Isaiah 14:2. It says, in the RSV, it says, and the peoples will take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel will possess them in the lands, in the Lord's lands, as male and female servants. They will take captive those who were their captors, and rule over those who oppressed them. And when they hear those scriptures, man, this is that great fear that will fall upon them. This is why these people getting bugged out now. That's why when we on the highways and hedges and we talk, they'll go around us. They don't want to be nowhere near us. When we're out there bringing this judgment upon them, that's why they run. They run to their cars. You know, that's why when their kids see us, all right, they see us walking, they see a black, or let's not even say black, brown, because we are different shades of brown. When they see a brown melanated person, they run. They turn the other way. Why? Because they teach them that shit. Esau teaches their children from being little to dislike us and be racist toward us. Okay? And then as they're growing up, remember, everything that's in the darkness is going to come to the light. So a lot of these so-called Jewish people, right? They literally know who we are. You can ask these Amalekites here in my town, who's the real Jew, and they will point at you and tell you, you are the real Jew. They know that, man. So they know that their time is up. And that's why he's coming down with great wrath, because he has but a short time. Okay. And at the same time, the top elites are making great wrath. Their people, okay, their lineage that is not at the top, as a, you know, top banking families that are just randoms and regulars out here, they're scared as hell. They're scared to death out here, man, because of the boldness that we come out and speak. And the fact that they're trying to demonize us and take us off the air, all of that, and we still continue to come out there, shows them that the power of the Lord is with us, man. So let me read that again. Deuteronomy. Make sure. Oh, there's another one. There's some more. Jeremiah 49:12. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished? Thou shalt not go unpunished. Okay, thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink of it. Yeah, so the same things we had to drink out of is that same cup you're going to drink out of it, but double. And your torments are going to be worse than our torments ever were. And our torments were horrible, horrific. Yeah, sometimes I wonder, how the hell can I be more horrific than Esau? But the Lord going to put that spirit on you, man. He going to make you remember. We don't have the power to remember what these devils did to us in our past life. So when you see that run through your mind, yeah, best believe you're going to grab them with no problem and give them their judgment, because you're going to be able to see what they did generation after generation. And they were never punished for that. Yeah, they went into captivity for 1,000 years, okay, but that was nothing. That was more like the Lord just giving us a taste of what the kingdom was going to be like, because we had peace. There was peace. But eventually the revival of the ancient Roman Empire came back into play after those 1,000 years. Why? Because we did what we normally do. We went right back to the old us. Okay, when we're really supposed to be taking on the old paths, not the old man, you know, not taking on those customs that we've been learning generation after generation from these heathens. Right? That's right. Here it is right here. This is 4:22 in the Lamentations. It says the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished. You see, we've been in these curses and going through hell because of our iniquities we've constantly done, you know, especially, you know, as forefathers, because the Lord deals with us as a nation. Okay, he deals with us according to what our forefathers did. So we all had to pay for that in the nation of Israel. Same thing with Esau, because niggas will be like, oh, well, I wasn't there. I wasn't the one that did that to you guys. Yeah, but the Lord said, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquities of their fathers. You see, so showing you that the Lord is going to punish you for the shit that your parents did. You see, and we did the same thing. We have to be punished for the things that our forefathers did, which we are our forefathers at the end of the day. Showing you that we live reincarnation. It says the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. Yeah, we're not going to have to worry about any of these nations ever going back, taking us back into captivity. Okay, the Lord said, let me grab that real quick. I think it's Jeremiah. Is it Jeremiah 30:16 or 16? Give me 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, this is Jeremiah 30:16. Therefore, matter of fact, let me take it up one. Let's take it from 12. It says Jeremiah 30:12. For thus saith the Lord Yahweh, thy bruise is incurable and thy wound is grievous. And that's what it says in what? In Isaiah 1. All right, we're full of what? Wounds and bruises, man. Putrefying sores, right? There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicines. All right, yeah, because the true healing is from Yahweh Shai, which is the apothecary, man. The apothecary is someone that heals. So the true physician is Yahweh Shai. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. Yeah, these nations never cared about you. Here it is, we was following their customs, doing all the things that they was doing. They didn't even care about you. They was just leading you to your destruction. You see? It says, all thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not, for I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquity, because thy sins were increased. Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquities, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, meaning our enemies, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord Yahweh, because they call thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. You see? And that's what they're doing to this day. They're trying to make it seem like Jerusalem is not what? It's not important. You crazy. We're everything. The world was created for our sakes. We're the Lord's people, man. The Lord is about to give us an inheritance that we don't even deserve, man. You see? So best believe, okay, you saying that no man seeketh after Zion, you played yourself by saying that. All these other nations played themselves by saying that, because the Lord is coming to take y'all out the way, man. It was just only a matter of time, man. We have to play out our judgment. We have to play out our lots, okay? Just like the Lord allowed you to play out your lot and have a good time on this side, just so your ass could go right into captivity and get and be given double to drink of that cup, right? This is it says, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Okay, I'm on the way to the store and I just saw the American flag upside down on the pole. This place, yeah, that's what that means. When you see, when you see things like that, forget that half-mast shit that they did it for another troop that has been lost, man. I've always said, when you see half-mast in America, man, that shit represents death. How much more an upside-down flag? Your own Americans are disrespecting your own country, hanging up the flag upside down, man. That means literally confusion. That means this place is like the brother God. This place is done for. You see? So yeah, man, these curses are now coming upon our people, are coming upon these damn heathens, man. And you just saw it right there. You got a whole woman drowning her 2 children in my town, a whole Amalekite, and she blamed it on what? She blamed it on religious purposes. Now let's see how far this story goes. You know, you gotta wait a good. It happened 2 days ago, so you gotta wait a good week, 7 days completion. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta see what these devils gonna have in store for us. I guarantee you they will use this somehow and tie it to black Hebrew Israelites, tie it to our people, you know? And if it does, hey, call Elohim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. It just makes us that much closer to our destination, man. Because we know that persecution is coming for our people. Why? Because we are speaking, we are giving up our lives and giving out this truth for Yahweh Shai's sake. We're no longer doing things for Esau's sake. We're doing everything for Yahweh Shai's sake, for us to gain that kingdom, okay, and be counted worthy. We understand the judgment of the Lord, and we fear the Lord, and we understand that it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the living power, man. And we don't no longer want to fall into the hands of the living power on the left-hand side no more. We did that already for 7 different captivities, man. So, hey, that's pretty much the point. All right, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. So with that being said, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawah Shai, Kol Haloyim La, Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawah Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful like that scattered abroad. The Akim and the Aquat that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing that the lesson was edifying. So the next one, Shalom, keep fighting the good fight of faith. Enduring as good soldiers of Yahweh Shai. You just continue to learn in silence, watching the true men of the Lord. Lord willing, we are those men. All right, Abba Babal, real soon. Shalom.